Chapter 20. A gentleman's revenge is never too late, even after 5 years. Xiao Tingting's call of Mr. Xian stunned Pan Mingyu and others. Pan Mingyu asked little Tingting, "Tingting, what did you call him?" "I just called out to you. Didn't you hear me?" Xiao Tingting put on an expressionless face, then smiled at Lin Xian. Pan Mingyu and the other 6 people looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian looked nonchalant at this moment, and said casually, "Oh, it's Xiao Tingting. Mr. Xian has a really good memory." The casual conversation between the two stunned everyone present for a moment. "Xiao Tingting, you are Pan Mingyu's girlfriend. I'm really surprised." Xiao Tingting frowned slightly after hearing this. "Mr. Xian, I'm not his girlfriend, don't listen to his nonsense." This sentence pulled Pan Mingyu back from his daze. He looked at Xiao Tingting in disbelief. The latter looked at him coldly and said, "Pan Mingyu, when did I become your girlfriend? Why did you lie?" Xiao Tingting's words made Pan Mingyu's face turn red instantly. Yu Yongquan and Sei Juli didn't dare to look at him, for fear of being taken out on him. Pan Mingyu's original plan was to tell Xiao Tingting that he was his girlfriend in front of so many people, forcing Xiao Tingting to admit it under duress, and then buy her a few bags to apologize. Then he would pursue her step by step and finally achieve his ultimate goal of possessing her. His plans were clattering, but he didn't expect that Lin Xian, who appeared out of nowhere, would disrupt his plans. "Mr. Xian? What's that name? Is this a new term for orphans?" The reason why Xiao Tingting said this was because she felt that she had to show her loyalty in front of President Xian and she must not have any hesitation. Otherwise she would make President Xian unhappy and it would be over. Lin Xian smiled slightly, and roughly understood Pan Mingyu's plan in his heart. He said in a very mocking tone, "Oh so the squad leader and Xiao Tingting are not boyfriend and girlfriend. Then why did the squad leader say that? Is it just a pretense of being rich?" His words were like a knife stabbing into Pan Mingyu's chest. Xiao Tingting walked around Jiang Yusin and the others and came to Yu Yongquan and said, "Can you sit somewhere else?" When Yu Yongquan saw Xiao Tingting's pretty face, he nodded woodenly and stood up. Xiao Tingting sat down directly and looked at Lin Xian with eyes full of admiration. "Boss Xian, why are you here?" "I want to ask you, why are you here?" After hearing Lin Xian's question, Xiao Tingting immediately replied, "Pan Mingyu asked me to come here. He said that his high school classmate Lin Xian lost his job and his girlfriend ran away with someone else. He really disliked Lin Xian, and he wanted me to help him stimulate Lin Xian. President Xian, could that person be you?" Lin Xian smiled and nodded. Xiao Tingting's words suddenly quieted the atmosphere in the room, so quiet that Yu Yongquan and others' heartbeats quickened. They would never have thought that the girlfriend who Pan Mingyu said had countless advantages actually did not admit their relationship. Not only that, she also sat directly next to Lin Xian. Anyone with a discerning eye could see that Xiao Tingting was trying to curry favor with Lin Xian. The scene happening before their eyes shocked everyone's worldview, and everyone was a little confused. At this time, Pan Mingyu, who had been silent for a long time, spoke up, "Lin Xian, what's going on?" Facing the complicated gaze from Pan Mingyu, Lin Xian smiled and said, "Pan Mingyu, if I'm not mistaken, you should be the social brother Yu in Xiao Tingting's live broadcast room. Guess the name you contacted me by. Who am I in the live broadcast room?" After he finished speaking, Lin Xian looked at Pan Mingyu with a playful expression. Pan Mingyu thought quickly. The next second, he swallowed hard and said in a trembling voice, You can't be the lonely Xian, right? Congratulations. The answer is correct, but there is no reward. Impossible. Pan Mingyu suddenly became hysterical. Impossible. You can't be lonely Xian. How could you be the one who spent 5 million in one go? Absolutely impossible. This is not true. At the end of his speech, Pan Mingyu's voice was almost shouting. As soon as these words were spoken, there was an uproar in the room. Yu Yongquan and Cai Jolie looked at Lin Xian in disbelief. Didn't Mr. Pan just mention gifts and 5 million or something? So, he's the only one spending that much money? Orphan Lin Xian? Poor Lin Xian? Everyone's heart was in turmoil. At this time, Xiao Tingting spoke, Pan Mingyu, don't you believe what I said? Mr. Xian is the lonely Xian. I will never mistake him for someone else. This sentence was like the final judgment, which brought Pan Mingyu's heart to the bottom. Pan Mingyu clenched his fists tightly and said nothing. Pan Mingyu, are you curious about how I suddenly have so much money? To tell you the truth, my deceased parents left me a large inheritance. I won't tell you the exact amount, as it might scare you. I'm no longer the poor kid you mocked. From now on, you'll behave yourself, or I'll shut down your company. If you don't believe me, you can try it. Lin Xian made up a reason to explain the source of his huge wealth. Otherwise it would definitely cause trouble. His words did not arouse suspicion among the crowd. After all, inheriting a huge inheritance was a very common thing. As for banning Pan Mingyu, Lin Xian was telling the truth. If Pan Mingyu made him unhappy, he would directly acquire all the cooperative enterprises of Pan Mingyu's company and force them to cancel their cooperation with Pan Mingyu. Yu Yongquan and the others had put away their condescending, mocking attitude at this time, and all looked terrified, fearing that Lin Xian would target them. Just imagine, how much wealth must a person who gave out 5 million gifts in one night have? I can't even imagine it. After hearing these words, Pan Mingyu dared not say anything. Since Xiao Tingting said it was true, then Lin Xian's current assets were definitely much more than his. When he was giving out gifts that night, he stopped after giving out more than 1 million. He really couldn't keep up. That lonely Xian was too powerful. At this time, Xiao Tingting smiled sweetly and said, "Boss Xian, let me feed you some vegetables." Lin Xian accepted it with a smile. Upon hearing this, everyone else looked at Lin Xian. Xiao Tingting picked up a piece of sashimi and put it into Lin Xian's mouth. The latter opened his mouth and stretched out his left hand to stroke her thigh. Everyone saw this scene clearly, and Pan Mingyu was no exception. Lin Xian's move was of course intentional. To deal with someone like Pan Mingyu, it is not enough to give him a taste of his own medicine. He must at least give him double the price. Little Tingting seemed not to notice and continued to feed Lin Xian food. At this moment, Pan Mingyu felt as if he had been cuckolded, and was extremely bitter. I haven't even held Xiao Tingting's hand yet, and Lin Xian, he actually. Pan Mingyu was very angry and bit his lower lip hard, making it bleed. After chewing a piece of sashimi, Lin Xian looked directly at Pan Mingyu and said, "Xiao Tingting, I'm full. I want to go to your house to rest for a while." "Okay, Mr. Xian." Xiao Tingting answered without thinking. Lin Xian stood up, took Xiao Tingting's hand and walked out of the private room. When he reached the door, he stopped, patted Pan Mingyu's shoulder with his right hand, and said meaningfully, "Thank you for your hospitality, squad leader." After walking dozens of steps, Lin Xian clearly heard the sound of bowls and plates falling to the ground and breaking behind him, and he felt relieved. It is never too late for a gentleman to take revenge. Chapter 21 Sent to the Wrong Person. Lin Xian and Xiao Tingting arrived outside the restaurant. He let go of her hand and said, "Xiao Tingting, I'm going home. Be careful on the road." When Xiao Tingting heard what Lin Xian said, the smile on her face immediately turned into a grieved, "Boss Xian, it turns out you were lying to me. What you said just now about coming to my house was a lie." When she said this, little Tingting shed tears. Lin Xian was a little surprised when he saw this scene. He thought that this little Tingting's acting skills are really good. She can cry at any time. Her acting skills are better than those of some traffic stars who can only recite 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe she graduated from some acting school. "Hey, Xiao Tingting, don't cry. There are so many people on the street. If they see you crying, they will think I bullied you." When little Tingting heard Lin Xian say this, she cried even harder. Lin Xian knew that Xiao Tingting was acting, and he showed a slightly helpless expression. Okay, don't cry. Can't I go to your house?" "Really?" Hearing Lin Xian say this, Xiao Tingting immediately stopped crying and said with a smile with tears on her face, "Then let's go now." Xiao Tingting stepped forward, put her arm around Lin Xian, and hailed a taxi. Lin Xian didn't expect that although Xiao Tingting looked flat-chested, she actually had a lot of body. The softness he felt on his arm made his blood flow faster. "Xiao Tingting, Let me tell you in advance that I'm only going to your house to sit for a while. Little Tingting's face was all smiles, and you couldn't tell she had been crying at all. Lin Xian thought to himself, does every anchor have the ability to change emotions instantly? The two took a car to the community where Xiao Tingting rented a house, 1013, 10th floor, Wanhe Dijing. Xiao Tingting opened the door and Lin Xian followed behind. He's not home again. Little Tingting muttered. What? Lin Xian asked. Nothing. Nothing. Mr. Xian, please come in. The room might be a bit messy. Lin Xian looked around and found that the living room was about 30 square meters. It seemed that the area of the whole house was not small. The house was not as messy as Xiao Tingting said. Various white furniture were neatly arranged. Mr. Xian, please sit on the sofa. I'll cut some fruit for you. Lin Xian sat down and waited. Not long after, Xiao Tingting came over with a plate of diced fruit and placed it on the glass coffee table. Lin Xian ate the watermelon cubes and found that the taste was different from the one cut by Yang Zihon, and it was not as delicious as the one cut by the latter. It seems that Xiao Tingting's cooking skills are still far inferior to Zihan's, but it is understandable, as Zihan's cooking skills are excellent. Xiao Tingting sat down next to Lin Xian and said in a resentful tone, Mr. Xian, you haven't come to my live broadcast room for a long time. I miss you. Lin Xian thought this was too exaggerated. It was only a few days. Well, I've been busy these days and really can't spare the time. Xiao Tingting looked a little lonely. I'll go to your live studio when I have time. Aha. Xiao Tingting laughed again and said, Boss Xian, I'm going to change my clothes. Please wait for me. Xiao Tingting walked into the bedroom. Lin Xian ate the fruit in big mouthfuls, hoping that the coolness of the fruit would calm him down from his somewhat excited state. He was too close to Xiao Tingting just now and could clearly feel her breath. The ambiguous feeling made his heart itchy. Just as Lin Xian was thinking about this, Xiao Tingting's scream came from the bedroom. What's wrong? Lin Xian asked loudly, but no one answered. Did something happen to her? Lin Xian immediately stood up and walked to Xiao Tingting's door, pushing it open and entering. Little Tingting looked at Lin Xian with a wronged look on her face, with a hint of coquettishness in her grievance. My body is too slippery, I can't wear any clothes anymore. Lin Xian is a hot-blooded man. If he could remain calm in such a situation, he would have become an immortal or a Buddha. He felt that the protagonist who could remain calm in the face of such temptation must have problems in that area. Lin Xian pounced directly. An hour later, Lin Xian grew from a boy into a man and achieved unprecedented growth. Lin Xian said to Xiao Tingting beside him, Come, take a photo together as a souvenir. Xiao Tingting lifted the quilt up to her neck. Lin Xian took a selfie of the two of them and sent it to Pan Mingyu. After counting silently for 30 seconds, Lin Xian withdrew the photo and sent a voice message. Sorry, squad leader, I sent it to the wrong person. I'm so sorry. Lin Xian seemed to hear Pan Mingyu's heart-wrenching roar, and his furious look made him feel extremely refreshed. At this moment, at Pan Mingyu's home, he was drinking alone, his mind full of the scene of Lin Xian humiliating him in the private room just now. Every time he thought about it, his anger grew stronger. In the end, the fire of anger seemed to devour him. Lin Xian, you don't have to be so arrogant. I will make you pay. Call out. He received a WeChat message on his phone. He picked it up and took a look. It was from Lin Xian. What did he send me? Oh, a picture. Pan Mingyu wanted to see what Lin Xian was up to, so he clicked on it and took a look. He felt his blood rushing to his head and his eyes turned red. In this photo, Lin Xian is smiling, while Xiao Tingting beside him has messy hair. The two are in the same quilt, and there is a strawberry mark on Xiao Tingting's neck. Of course Pan Mingyu knew what the two of them had done. At this time, Lin Xian withdrew the photo and sent a voice message. Sorry, squad leader. I sent it to the wrong person, I'm so sorry. You did it on purpose. You didn't make a mistake at all. Pan Mingyu had lost his mind due to anger. He ignored Lin Xian's warning and just held him down and said, Lin Xian, are you human? Aren't you satisfied with humiliating me? I fuck your ancestors. However, he did not send out this sentence. Lin Xian deleted him. Puff. Pan Mingyu was so angry that he spat out a mouthful of blood. His face instantly turned pale, and he fell down. He could only hear the vague voice of the nanny in his ears. Boss Pan, Boss Pan. At this time, Lin Xian and Xiao Tingting were being affectionate with each other. This is just like eating spicy strips or malatang. Beep, beep tilde tilde. Xiao Tingting's alarm clock rang. What's wrong? Mr. Xian, it's 5:57, time for the live broadcast, but the house was a mess and there was no way it could be tidied up in 3 minutes. Lin Xian thought for a second and said, then why don't you show your face during the live broadcast? Just say you're not feeling well today. You're the voice anchor anyway. Xiao Tingting thought about it and said with a smile, Mr. Xian, you are smart. So Xiao Tingting adjusted the camera to the rear position and put the phone on the bedside table. As soon as she started broadcasting, 5,000 people instantly flocked into the live broadcast room. Now her popularity is rising steadily, with more than 150,000 people watching her live broadcast every day. When netizens saw that the live broadcast room was black, they immediately commented, Why is the live broadcast room dark? Where is the anchor? Anchor, come out quickly. At this time, Xiao Tingting said in a sweet voice, I'm so sorry, everyone. I feel a little unwell today and my face doesn't look very good, so I won't show my face. After hearing what Xiao Tingting said, netizens in the live broadcast room expressed their understanding and support, and left messages hoping that she would get better soon. So little Tingting began to sing after expressing her gratitude. Hundreds of thousands of netizens smiled after hearing Xiao Tingting's familiar singing voice, but they found that Xiao Tingting's voice was a little intermittent and out of tune. Netizens are very heartbroken. It seems that Xiao Tingting is indeed not feeling well. Xiao Tingting, you must get better soon. Chapter 22. Netizens thought it was one person live streaming, but it was actually 2 people. The next morning, Lin Xian took a shower and put on his clothes. Little Tingting watched Lin Xian walk out the door reluctantly. Yesterday, Lin Xian grew from a boy to a man, and she grew from a girl to a woman. Lin Xian was very surprised. He originally wanted to give Xiao Tingting some money, but that would make Xiao Tingting think that he was that kind of woman, so he didn't give it to her. I'll compensate her later. After all, Xiao Tingting is my first woman and I am her first man. Xiao Tingting, wearing a pink gauze nightgown, sent Lin Xian to the door. Lin Xian put on his sneakers and was about to leave when he saw Xiao Tingting close her eyes and pout her lips. Of course Lin Xian knew what Xiao Tingting's actions meant. He smiled, stepped forward and kissed her. Just as Lin Xian was enjoying the softness, the door was opened with a click, and then a cry of "Ah!" rang out in the house. An incoherent voice came from the door. Lin Xian and Xiao Tingting separated as if they had been electrocuted, both pairs of eyes looking at the door. At this time, a girl with 2 ponytails was standing at the door. She looked similar to Xiao Tingting, but her figure was much more curvaceous than her sister, and her white t-shirt was bulging. Lin Xian felt that the 2 should be sisters. Only then did he remember that when he came here yesterday, Xiao Tingting said not at home again, and it turned out that he had heard it correctly. Fei Fei, where have you been playing? Why did you come back so late? Little Tingting's face turned red because of shyness, and she asked stutteringly. Zhong Xuefei was about to answer when she heard her sister's question, but then she realized something was wrong. That's not right. The most important thing now is not me, but you two. After hearing my sister's question, I raised my head, which had been lowered due to guilt, and my eyes swept over the 2 of them, finally stopping at my sister's face. Sister, what's going on? Who is this person? Lin Xian also looked at Xiao Tingting, hoping to get an introduction. Xiao Tingting first introduced the 2 parties. Mr. Xian, this is my sister, Zhong Xuefei. Fei Fei, this is Mr. Xian, the number 1 in my live broadcast room. Hello Zhong Xuefei, my name is Lin Xian. Lin Xian smiled at Zhong Xuefei. Zhong Xuefei snorted coldly, looking disdainful. Lin Xian, feeling somewhat embarrassed after being met with such a setback, changed the subject and asked Xiao Tingting, "Your sister's name is Zhong Xuefei, so your name is Zhong Xueting?" Zhong Xueting nodded. "Now I finally know your real name. I forgot to tell you before. I'm so sorry." Looking at the two people chatting as if no one was around, Zhong Xuefei felt that she was being ignored. Hey, you two, stop chatting. How could you not see me standing here like a grown man?" Lin Xian thought to himself, "I greeted you just now, but you ignored me, and I am still trying to please you? Isn't that cheap?" Since he became rich, Lin Xian's bootlicker gene has disappeared. "I see you. Don't be noisy, Fei Fei. I'll explain to you about what happened between Mr. Xian and me later. Mr. Xian is going home now." Lin Xian nodded and said, "Yes, I'm just about to go home." At this moment, Zhong Xuefei said cautiously, "Sister, you two are not that one, right? Sister, you are not pregnant, are you?" After hearing these words, Lin Xian stopped in his tracks instantly. He was stunned and cold sweat immediately flowed down his face. Zhong Xueting's face was so red that she felt like she had a high fever. Lin Xian remembered that he was too excited yesterday and did not take any other safety measures. Lin Xian could only comfort himself in this way, hoping that he was not a sharpshooter, otherwise it would be interesting. After coming back to his senses from a brief daze, Lin Xian quickly left. After going downstairs and coming to the outside of the community, Lin Xian was gasping for breath. The atmosphere just now made him feel suffocated. Now outside, he could get some fresh air. It was a truly wonderful evening. Lin Xian thought of last night at this moment, and a smile from the bottom of his heart appeared on his face. At this moment, his legs suddenly trembled a few times, then stopped, and then trembled again. Fuck, I feel weak. With his current physical condition, he could hardly withstand the entire night's battle. Oh, I still have one godly rich point. I'll put it on my constitution. That should stop the tremors. Lin Xian opened the system panel in his mind and put the remaining one godly rich point into physical fitness. After the upgrade was successful, Lin Xian's legs stopped trembling. It's really a system, it's awesome. Lin Xian exclaimed in admiration at the awesomeness of the system. Take a taxi home. Yang Zihong made a light but nutritious breakfast for Lin Xian. After eating the delicious meal made by Yang Zihong, Lin Xian felt extremely happy and an expression of enjoyment appeared on his face. Yang Zihong, who was sitting opposite Lin Xian, was slightly surprised when she saw Lin Xian's appearance. She thought to herself, I didn't put anything weird in it. Why did Mr. Lin eat like this? Mr. Lin, are you okay? It's okay, it's just too delicious. Lin Xian came back to his senses and said, Oh, I'm glad you're okay. After dinner, Yang Zihong cleaned up the dishes. Looking at the beautiful woman busying herself for him, Lin Xian patted his full stomach and felt satisfied. He habitually took out his mobile phone to check messages and clicked on WeChat to check his circle of friends. Zhu Qiushua's circle of friends is full of high-end shows, and he mainly looks at tall and white models. The high school classmates all talked about trivial matters, such as family matters, complaints, photos of children, and even requests for a partner. After browsing the moments, Lin Xian was about to exit WeChat when he saw someone talking in the university class group. Lin Xian also blocked the university class group, but he still paid attention to some news. Wang Zhiheng, brothers, something big has happened. Do you know? Our school is going to be auctioned off. Wang Zhiheng is always noisy. Whenever he encounters a trivial matter, he would like to say it is as serious as an alien invasion of the Earth. Someone in the group spoke immediately. Jiang Linhao, old Wang, you're talking nonsense again. Although our school is an ordinary college, the academic qualifications can be checked on the Xuexin website. How could it be auctioned off? Wang Xin, fuck, where the hell did you hear this from, old bastard? How dare the school sell it without my permission? Give them a discount on their legs. Wang Zhiheng, Quang Xin, you are bragging again. If you don't believe me, just look. Jiang Linhao, Laro Wang, this isn't a porn site link, is it? I'm a serious person and I wouldn't watch that kind of video. Wang Zhiheng, Come on, you've got 3 terabytes of torrents when you were in school. Lin Xian didn't join in the banter and clicked on the link. It was a piece of news, and the title was, "Can you become a university president by spending 850 million yuan? Magic City Vocational and Technical College is auctioned as a whole." Lin Xian read the article and then searched the name of his alma mater on the internet. All the news that came out were about auctions. Oh my god, it's actually true. Lin Xian didn't expect that his alma mater would actually be auctioned. At this moment, an idea suddenly came to his mind. It would be fun if I bought my alma mater Chapter 23 Two Flies. Shanghai City Vocational and Technical College is a very ordinary college with 12 schools and departments, more than 40 majors and directions, and more than 10,000 full-time students. Lin Xian originally studied digital media technology at the School of Electronic Information Engineering, which involves photo editing, video editing, and color adjustment. Lin Xian felt excited when he thought about buying his alma mater. He clicked on the auction website, which showed that the school was being auctioned and that a deposit of 60 million yuan was required to participate in the auction. Lin Xian paid the money without hesitation and obtained the auction qualification with the number 66. He took a look and saw that 579 people had signed up. There are so many people who want to be principals. The auction rules are simple. Each bid must be at least 200,000 yuan, and the buyer is not allowed to engage in any commercial activities other than education after purchasing the school. 5 minutes passed in the blink of an eye. The auction begins. The starting price is 850 million. Number 33 bid 851 million. Number 14 bid 852.1 million. Number 42 bid 852.3 million. Looking at the extent of these people's bid increases, Lin Xian took a bite of the watermelon cut by Yang Zihong and directly bid 900 million. There were a lot of people watching the auction, and there were a lot of wow shouts from all over the country at the same time. Raising the price by nearly 50 million at once is considered a big deal. Lin Xian looked around for a long time and saw that no one was following him, so he felt that it was stable. Number 99 bid 1 billion. Oh? Adding another 100 million is quite interesting. Lin Xian smiled playfully. He didn't plan to play around anymore and directly bid 1.5 billion. I'll see who dares to follow me this time. As soon as the price came out, there was a chorus of wow exclamations from all over the country. Wow from the north to the south, and wow from the east to the west. There were shouts of oh my god everywhere. Lin Xian's price increase this time surprised all his competitors. No one could have expected that the price would be increased by 500 million all of a sudden. This price is too high and unbearable. No one has raised this price for a long time. When the deadline came, no one raised the price. In the end, Lin Xian bought his alma mater for 1.5 billion yuan. Lin Xian decided that the first thing he would do after taking office was to replace the people in the school cafeteria. The food those people cook is so awful. The cafeteria auntie's hands are shaking as if she has had Parkinson's for 30 years. Moreover, the school does not allow takeout, so we can only eat in the cafeteria. Lin Xian heard from others that the cafeteria was contracted to a relative of the school leader, but he didn't know whether it was true or not. Anyway, no matter whether it is true or not, Lin Xian has made up his mind to make his alma mater cafeteria the best school cafeteria in the whole Magic City. No, in the whole world. At this time, Lin Xian's cell phone rang. Pick up. Hello. Is that Mr. Lin Xian? I am. Hello, I'm Lisa from the Lotus 4S dealership. Oh, Lisa, I remember now. Mr. Lin, the Avija you ordered has arrived. You can come to the store to pick it up anytime. Okay, I understand. Then I won't bother you anymore. Putting down his phone, he felt great. Finally, I can drive. Lin Xian took a taxi to the Lotus 4S store. After getting off the taxi, Lin Xian saw the brand new Avija in the store. Lin Xian strode into the store. Just as he was about to enter the store, a voice sounded behind him. Kindness? Why does this voice sound so familiar? Lin Xian turned around and saw a face that couldn't be more familiar. Kui Jialong was with her, and the two of them were arm in arm. Su Rui. Su Rui showed a smug smile. Long Long said he would buy me a car. When he said this, Kui Jialong's extremely fat face was full of pride, and he looked at Lin Xian with contempt. The extremely surprised expression on Lin Xian's face that Su Rui expected did not appear, and Lin Xian's face remained calm. Kui Jialong spoke up. I originally wanted to buy Ruerue an Audi or a BMW, but Ruerue insisted on buying a Lotus Evora. I really had no choice but to listen to her. After hearing this, Su Rui tightened her grip on Kui Jialong's arm. Lin Xian knew that the price of Evora was around 1 million, so it was no wonder that Su Rui was so happy. After all, she always took the bus to and from get off work. Seeing that Lin Xian's expression didn't change much, Kui Jialong decided to provoke him again. So he said in a sarcastic tone, Lin Xian, what are you doing here? Are you here to apply for a sales position? Ha, we don't hire men. As he spoke, Kui Jialong laughed uncontrollably, and Su Rui beside him also covered her mouth and chuckled. Looking at the two men's laughing faces, Lin Xian felt calm. I'm here to pick up the car. I ordered an Evija 2 days ago, and it just arrived. After Lin Xian finished speaking, Su Rui and Kui Jialong were stunned, looked at each other, and then burst into laughter. Kui Jialong laughed until tears came out. Oh my God, Lin Xian, you are such a joker. Evija? Do you know how much the Evija costs? 21.88 million. You can't even afford a fraction of that, and you still want to buy a car? It's so funny. Su Rui looked at Lin Xian with pity. Lin Xian, after being dumped by me, have you been mentally stimulated? I think your brain is a little abnormal. As the person who dumped you, I still suggest you go to the hospital to see a doctor. Why are you talking in your sleep in broad daylight? And Evija? Ha. Lin Xian looked at Su Rui and suddenly felt a little regretful. Why did he fall for this kind of woman in the first place? You still treat her like a treasure. You are really blind. At this time, Lin Xian regretted his original decision. Just when Kui Jialong was about to say something, he saw Lisa walking out of the store. Lisa's pair of long white legs were clearly visible, allowing Kui Jialong to take a peek. Su Rui greeted Lisa, Ms. Lisa. After hearing this, Lisa looked at her and gave her a professional smile. Su Rui wanted to say something, but found that Lisa had turned her head towards Lin Xian. Kui Jialong was secretly happy, thinking to himself, you poor bastard, are blocking someone else's door and hindering their business? You are so tactless. No wonder you are a poor bastard. Su Rui had the same thoughts as Kui Jialong. However, what happened next shocked both of them. Lisa did not drive Lin Xian away at all, but showed a look of admiration and eagerness. Her smile was not professional, but came from the bottom of her heart. It was a smile of submission shown to an absolutely powerful person. Mr. Lin, why don't you go in? Caught between two flies. Lin Xian's words made Lisa subconsciously look at Su Rui and Kui Jialong, and then she smiled and said, is that so? The conversation between the two people was clearly heard by the two flies. Su Rui's voice began to tremble, and she asked in disbelief, Lin Xian, where did you get so much money? Do I need to report to you? Who are you to me? Do I have an obligation to disclose my financial situation to strangers? Lin Xian threw these 3 questions to Su Rui mercilessly, leaving her speechless. Kui Jialong couldn't believe what was happening before his eyes. A kid who was poor not long ago was now driving a car worth more than 20 million yuan? How could such a magical thing happen? Kui Jialong said in a low voice, Lin Xian, have you done anything illegal? Otherwise you would never have so much money if you had surrendered yourself earlier. What the hell are you farting about? Lin Xian's face darkened. If I had broken the law, would I still be talking to you here? The police arrested me a long time ago. Is that shit on your mind? After saying this, Lin Xian walked into the store without looking back and came to the side of Evija. Mr. Lin, these are the car keys. Lisa respectfully handed the car keys to Lin Xian. Lin Xian nodded, took it, and got into the Evija. As expected of a top-tier sports car, this luxurious feeling is unparalleled. Lin Xian took a good feel of his new car and was about to start it. Only then did he realize that he couldn't drive a sports car. Driving a sports car is different from driving a regular car, and the driving style is completely different. But the next second, he suddenly remembered, couldn't his system exchange skills? Yes, I can use the super rich points to exchange for skills and see if there is a sports car driving skill. Lin Xian opened the system panel in his mind, clicked on the number behind the skill, found a search function, and entered the keyword sports car driving. In an instant, many skills appeared on the system panel, so dazzling that Lin Xian was dazzled. Lin Xian selected a skill that sounded particularly awesome. Fast and Furious Sports Car Driving Skills Enhanced Edition. Required Shenhao points, 10. A skill description, 10 times stronger than the combined driving skills of everyone in Fast and Furious. Lin Xian felt fortunate that he did not use up all his points immediately. He clicked to buy, and then saw that the skill changed from gray to blue, which meant that the skill was lit up. Immediately afterwards, he felt that there was a lot of information in his mind, all of which were various difficult driving techniques, and this information was continuously input into his brain. The process of inputting information lasted only a second. Afterwards, Lin Xian felt that he was extremely familiar with driving a sports car, as if he was born to do so. It took Lin Xian less than 30 seconds from selecting the skills to purchasing them. Lisa outside the car window thought he was feeling the new car. Lin Xian fastened his seat belt, gripped the steering wheel tightly, and started the Avenger. The next second, the Avenger drove out of the 4S store at an extremely fast speed, passing by Su Rui and Kui Jialong who were standing outside, and brought up a gust of wind. Just like they drove past Lin Xian not long ago. Chapter 24. You're fired. Lin Xian was driving a Lotus worth more than 20 million yuan on the street, enjoying the feeling of speeding. Passing vehicles would avoid his car from a distance, for fear that their cars would rub or hit this luxury car. This is a sports car worth more than 20 million yuan, and the insurance is not enough. Lin Xian accidentally discovered a new function of his car. It allows other cars to automatically dodge. He drove the car home and parked it in the parking space. Yang Zihon has already prepared lunch, which is stewed beef. The beef stewed by Yang Zihon was extremely tasty and melted in the mouth. Lin Xian ate a full bowl. After dinner, Lin Xian took a nap. At 6 o'clock in the evening, he opened Xiao Tingting's live broadcast room. As soon as Lin Xian entered the live broadcast room, netizens became excited. Suddenly I turned around and my neck hurt. Wow! Mr. Xian is here. All outsiders please get out of the way. What I lack is nothing but a heart. Welcome Mr. Xian. The sun is round because I ate it. Welcome Mr. Xian. Lin Xian felt good after seeing this scene. Little Tingting also called out sweetly, "Welcome, President Xian." Lin Xian felt that his voice was not the sweetest now. It was the sweetest that day at her house. Tonight, Lin Xian gave Xiao Tingting 3 million and helped her win 5 PK games easily, all of which were crushing PK games. Spending this money is also a compensation for Xiao Tingting. Lin Xian put on the clothes designed by Zhu Qiuxue and drove a sports car to the Magic City Vocational and Technical College. It has been more than 2 years since Lin Xian graduated from his alma mater, and he has never been back. As he approached the school, the scenery on both sides of the road came into Lin Xian's sight, and a familiar sense of memory arose in his heart. The school gate at this time. Vice Principal Gao Yiming, a group of school leaders, and teachers were waiting. A huge banner was hung on the gate. Warmly welcome the new principal, Mr. Lin Xian, back to our alma mater to take up his post. A gong and drum team of 100 people was lined up in an orderly manner, waiting for Zhu Yiming's order at any time. Vice Principal Zhu Yiming is 55 years old. He is wearing a blue suit. Behind his brown-rimmed glasses are a pair of bright small eyes. His eyes are small, but they are shrewd. His sparse hair is gathered in the middle, so it doesn't stand out too much. He can be said to be a veteran of this school for 5 generations. 4 principals have left. He will not be affected by the departure of each principal, and each new principal will continue to employ him. Zhu Yiming is permanent, but principals are transient. The fifth principal, assisted by Ju Yiming, is about to take office. The most excited person in the crowd at this time was Gao Yongseong. Gao Yongseong was Lin Xian's counselor when he was in school. He was 32 years old and had a square face. Although he was very strict with his students and asked them to help him do many things for free, such as free order placement, he considered himself a good teacher and counselor. He had already made it known that the new principal was his student. Now, some teachers in the school have begun to contact Gao Yongseong on their own initiative, while teachers who have a bad relationship with him are thinking about how to repair their relationship with him. At this time, Gao Yongseong was in high spirits. His eye-catching red suit made him particularly eye-catching in the crowd, and he felt very happy. He, you must respect me in the future. As the saying goes, 30 years ago, the father respected the son, and 30 years later, the son respects the father. Although I am not Lin Xian's father, I am his teacher. Once a teacher, always a father. Gao Yongseong is looking forward to it. Gao Yiming asked Gao Yongseong, Xiao Gao, when will Principal Lin arrive? Why don't you ask him on WeChat? There was a glint in the depths of Gao Yongseong's eyes. He didn't have Lin Xian's WeChat. When he was in school, he only added a few boys in the class who got along with him, and all the girls, but not Lin Xian's WeChat. Gao Yongseong covered his panic with a smile and said, Vice Principal, Lin Xian will definitely not be late. I know him very well. Don't worry. Gao Yiming nodded when he heard this. Not long after the two finished talking, a Lotus Top sports car appeared in everyone's sight. The person in the driver's seat was Lin Xian. Oh my God. This car costs over 20 million. That's too rich. He really made a fortune. Gao Yongseong was very knowledgeable about cars. He sighed and then said to Gao Yiming, Vice President, that's Lin Xian. Gao Yiming followed Gao Yongseong's gaze and shouted, Beat the gongs and drums. As soon as he finished speaking, the sound of gongs and drums suddenly rang out at the school gate. The sounds of gongs and drums attracted many passers-by to watch. When approaching the school gate, Lin Xian slowed down the car and finally stopped steadily. Before the car stopped, Gao Yiming took a step forward. When the car stopped completely, he immediately opened the door and used his arm to block the door to prevent Lin Xian from hitting his head. Warmly welcome, Principal Lin. Gao Yiming gave a flattering smile. Lin Xian smiled and nodded. Hello, Vice Principal Gao. He had an impression of Vice Principal Gao. This guy always had a smile on his face, could chat with anyone, had a very good relationship with others, and had a very good reputation among students. He got out of the car and a female teacher came up to him with a bouquet of flowers in her arms. Welcome, Principal Lin. The female teacher was about 25 or 26 years old, with delicate features, and looked lively in the white long skirt. Lin Xian had no impression of this female teacher. He thought she must be new. Lin Xian took the flowers. Everyone gathered around Lin Xian, saying, Welcome, Principal Lin. This was the first time Lin Xian had experienced such a scene. He felt a little novel and a little enjoyable. Lin Xian knew many of the school leaders and teachers around him, but none of them knew Lin Xian because Lin Xian was very ordinary and inconspicuous in the school. Hello, Tilda. Lin Xian waved his right hand. He felt a little uncomfortable holding a large bouquet of flowers in his left hand. As if knowing what Lin Xian was thinking, Gao Yiming took the flowers from his arms in time. Lin Xian glanced at Gao Yiming and thought to himself that he was worthy of being a veteran of 5 dynasties. He had good vision and was able to get things done. He felt that beneath Gao Yiming's smiling face was a clever strategy. Otherwise, he would not have been able to sit firmly in the position of vice president. This showed that he was quite capable. After Lin Xian freed his hands, he waved to everyone with both hands. At this moment, a flash of red emerged from the side. Gao Yongseong smiled and pointed at himself. Lin Xian stopped and everyone else stopped too. Oh, it's Teacher Gao. You're wearing red and it's really eye-catching. Gao Yongseong smiled and said, It's not bad. I spent a lot of money. Lin Xian said with a forced smile, Teacher Gao, you took care of me a lot when I was in school. Gao Yongseong didn't hear the hidden meaning in Lin Xian's words. He thought he was praising him, and said proudly with his chest puffed out, "As a teacher, I should help students, guide them, and enable them to achieve great development and progress." Lin Xian looked at Gao Yongseong meaningfully. He recalled how Gao Yongseong treated them when they were in school. Gao Yongseong always forces the idea that everything a teacher says is right into every student's mind. Once a student offended him, the entire department would be held responsible and forced to stay up late writing self-criticisms. Saying this was called rectification. Fix their attitudes, fix their hearts. Lin Xian was woken up from his sleep several times by others and asked to write a self-criticism. He didn't know where he went wrong and looked confused. In addition, Gao Yongseong also asked his classmates to help him place orders. Everyone had a task, and if they failed to complete the task, they had to write a 10,000-word review, and they were not allowed to sleep until they finished writing. Gao Yongseong has done many disgusting things like this. He also used his graduation certificate to threaten Lin Xian and others, saying that if they did not listen to him, he would confiscate their graduation certificates, and said that if anyone disobeyed him, he would add sand to their files. Now, facing Gao Yongseong, Lin Xian showed a bright smile. "Gao Yongseong, you are fired." Chapter 25 Old Fox. Ow! Lin Xian's words made Gao Yongseong a little confused, and he didn't understand the situation for a while. "What do you mean by that?" "Gao Yongseong, even elementary school students can understand it. So how can you, a university teacher, not understand it?" "Okay, I'll tell you again." Lin Xian said word by word. Gao Yongseong had already reacted by then, with disbelief on his face. "Lin Xian, why did you fire me? I am your teacher." "Teacher?" Lin Xian's face showed disdain. "Ha ha, I don't recognize you as my teacher. When you were always getting angry at us for no reason, asking us to pool our money to buy gifts for your girlfriend, and to make money by swiping orders for you, did you treat us as your students? No, you are just using our students as your money-making tools and servants. While I am still trying to talk to you, leave now." After saying that, Lin Xian turned his head. Gao Yongseong didn't expect that he would be fired by Lin Xian. He refused to give in and strode forward. "Lin Xian, you can't fire me. I am." Before Gao Yongseong could finish his words, a burly man appeared on his left and right. They lifted him up and carried him out of the school. These two people are physical education teachers in the school. When they saw Gao Yongseong trying to harass Lin Xian, they knew that their chance to show off had come. Although they are physical education teachers, they are quite familiar with the ways of the world. "No, I want to talk to Lin Xian face to face. Lao Lin, Lao Li, we are colleagues." "Pooh, who would work with someone like you? Stop flattering yourself." The square-faced Mr. Li on the left said. Long-faced Lao Lin also said, "Lao Li is right. You are simply the scum of our school, and the shame of our school." They immediately expressed their stance on Lin Xian's side. Lin Xian is no longer the ordinary student he used to be, but the principal of a school. Lin Xian glanced back at the two of them and said to Zhao Yiming, "Give each of these two teachers a bonus of 10,000 yuan." Zhao Yiming nodded and took it to heart. Everyone around was surprised and thought to themselves, "He is really rich. He can give the bonus as he pleases." Zhao Yiming said to Lin Xian, "Principal, let's go to the conference room for a meeting first. You've just taken office today, and I'd like you to give a few words to all of our faculty and staff." Surrounded by the crowd, Lin Xian came to the large conference room on the 5th floor of the administrative building. Lin Xian sat in the center of the stage, accompanied by Zhao Yiming and several school leaders. This was the first time that Lin Xian sat in this position. He looked at the more than 500 faculty and staff below and felt that this feeling was very wonderful. "Now, they all listen to me." Zhao Yiming, who was sitting to the right of Lin Xian, cleared his throat and said, "Dear colleagues, today is a great day." "Why?" "Because the beloved and respected Principal Lin Xian has taken office. Principal Lin graduated from our school and returned to his alma mater to take up the post. I personally feel very grateful and admire him. Now, Let us welcome Principal Lin to give a speech with the warmest applause. Welcome everyone. There was warm applause in the conference room. Lin Xian waited for a few seconds and then pressed his hands, and the applause gradually stopped. Lin Xian cleared his throat. Everyone, I'm Lin Xian, a graduate of our school. I know many of the teachers here, and I'm very happy to be back at my alma mater today. I bought my alma mater for no other reason than to build Shanghai Polytechnic into the world's best university, surpassing MIT. As soon as Lin Xian finished speaking, the entire conference room fell silent. This is all because his speech was too shocking. Surpassing MIT? Where does this confidence come from? Where does the courage come from? Currently the strongest university in China, Mizuki University ranks 17th in the world. You say you want to surpass MIT, just with an ordinary technical college? Is this just wishful thinking? Many people felt speechless and didn't know how to express themselves for a moment. Lin Xian already had a premonition about this situation, so he was not too shocked. Before he came here, he was still a little vague about the future development of the school. But after entering the campus, he had a goal, which was to make this school the strongest university in the world and cultivate countless talents. These talents could then work in the companies he acquired in the future, and company employees could also come to the school for further studies. This is a perfect learning and working ecosystem, and Lin Xian wants to make it happen. To build a strong university, we need talents with a wide range of knowledge and various advanced scientific research equipment. The thing Lin Xian has the most is money. Therefore, he has absolute confidence in achieving his goals. Seeing that the room had fallen into silence, Jiao Yiming spoke. His voice trembled slightly, as if he was moved. Everyone, Principal Lin is right. Although we are a vocational college, we are also an institution of higher learning, a place to cultivate talents for society. As long as we work together, we will definitely achieve Principal Lin's goal. Harvard, Yale, and Princeton are all out of the question. Sooner or later, they will be trampled under the feet of our Magic City Vocational and Technical College. Jiao Yiming spoke passionately. Everyone applauds Principal Lin's great vision. The faculty and staff sitting below applauded. Lin Xian glanced at Jiao Yiming out of the corner of his eye. He finally understood how this vice principal was able to remain standing. This is really flattering, but you know what? It feels really good to be flattered. The applause in the room lasted for a long time. Everyone had their own thoughts in their minds, but no one expressed them. We are all adults, and the principal is the absolute authority of the school. Who dares to disobey? After the applause, Lin Xian continued, I've decided to implement some reforms in the school. First, I want to replace the chefs and waitresses in the cafeteria. As soon as these words fell, hundreds of eyes below looked at Jiao Yiming. The school now has 3 chefs and 2 waitresses, namely Jiao Yiming's brother-in-law, uncle, third aunt, cousin, and fifth aunt, all of whom are real relatives from his hometown. Jiao Yiming didn't expect that Lin Xian's first reform would fall on his head. He looked at Lin Xian and said, Principal, this is a bit inappropriate. The school's chefs and waitresses are all very good, and the students like to eat. I think it's okay. Lin Xian looked at Jiao Yiming for 3 seconds, then said, Vice Principal Jiao, do students prefer to eat in the cafeteria, or can they only eat in the cafeteria? After saying that, he looked at Jiao Yiming with sharp eyes. When Jiao Yiming was looked at by Lin Xian like this, his brain worked rapidly and then a smile appeared on his face. Principal, you're right. I've actually been fed up with eating in the cafeteria for a long time. Starting this reform from the cafeteria, I totally agree. I support your decision. At that moment, Jiao Yiming felt his own crisis. If he didn't listen to Lin Xian, he would be replaced. Rather than being replaced, it is better to be prudent and protect yourself first. This young man was very enthusiastic when he first took office, but his enthusiasm disappeared after a few days. He has money now and thinks buying a school is fun. When he gets tired of it and neglects the management of school affairs, I can slowly reverse these changes. Lin Xian looked at Jiao Yiming with a smile on his face and became alert. This old fox is not simple. Chapter 26 Famous Alumni. Lin Xian then spoke some conventional words, and then Zhao Yiming said, "Principal, let me show you around the school." Okay. Zhao Yiming took Lin Xian to visit the school playground, outdoor basketball court, classrooms, etc. The faculty and staff surrounded Lin Xian. School doesn't start until the day after tomorrow, so these teachers don't have classes either. Lin Xian discovered that some of the facilities at his alma mater were a bit old. When he came to the computer room where he had taken practical classes, he stayed for a while. The computers in the computer room were a bit old. He turned them on and took a look. The configuration was average 3 years ago and they were very slow. When he was editing the pictures, he also felt that the computers in the computer room were slow. How many machines are there in all the computer rooms in the school? 500 units. Zhao Yiming replied. How much money is left in the school's account now? Lin Xian asked. There's still 2.42 million. Oh, no, there's still 2.4 million. I forgot to deduct the bonuses from Teacher Liu and Teacher Li. Lin Xian glanced at everyone and asked, who knows something about configuring a computer? A male teacher in his mid-30s, wearing a black sports suit, stood up with his right hand raised. Principal, my name is Fan Wenjun. I teach computer networks. I've had the honor of teaching you before. Oh, Teacher Fan. Lin Xian had a vague impression in his mind. The other teachers who knew about configuration all curled their lips, thinking that Teacher Fan's hand speed was really fast, worthy of being a 35-year-old unmarried man. Teacher Fan, what kind of configuration can I get with 60,000 yuan? Fan Wenjun knew his chance to perform had come, so he thought quickly in his mind and said, this is the best configuration in my mind. CPU, AMD Ryzen 5950X. Cooling, ROG Dragon God 360. Graphics card, ROG 3090. Solid state, Samsung 980 PRO1T. Memory, Royal Trident 3616G*4. Power supply, ROG Thunder 1200W. Chassis, ROG Sun God. Monitor, Acer Predator 31.5-inch 4K 144Hz. All this adds up to about 57,000. Lin Xian nodded and said, okay, Teacher Fan. The 500 machines in the school are too old, and some are slow. Replace them all with the configuration you just mentioned. When these words were spoken, everyone was shocked. 1 unit costs 57,000, so 500 units would be 28.5 million. The school only has 2.4 million left. Could that be the case? Everyone looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian said slowly, I'll pay for this. When these words were spoken, everyone gasped and was once again shocked by Lin Xian's financial resources. Teacher Fan, I'll give you 27.5 million, which means the budget for each computer is 55,000. Go and negotiate this. If you can get the deal and buy 500 units, the difference between the price and 55,000 will be your bonus. As soon as Lin Xian said this, Fan Wenjun was shocked. This is a big project, worth more than 20 million yuan. Although Principal Lin cut the budget by 2,000 yuan for each computer, the price will definitely be lower if purchased in batches. If you cut an extra 100 yuan from each computer, it will be a bonus of 50,000 yuan. If you cut an extra 1,000 yuan from each computer, it will be a bonus of 500,000 yuan. Fan Wenjun was so happy that he almost went crazy. He roughly estimated that he would get at least 200,000 or 300,000 yuan in prize money. This kind of work can no longer be described as grand. Teacher Fan, can you do this? Lin Xian asked. Yes, definitely. I can definitely do it. Don't worry, Principal. Fan Wenjun patted his chest loudly. Lin Xian smiled and nodded. He felt that doing this would not only save him 1 million, but also gain the loyalty of one person through the hundreds of thousands of bonuses. This was a very good deal. The world is in turmoil, all for the sake of profit. Lin Xian believed that Fan Wenjun would definitely try his best to bargain. After all, if he could bargain for $1 more, he would get $1 more in bonus. The other teachers who were slow to raise their hands were now deeply regretting their decision and wished they could chop off their hands, feeling that they had wasted a great opportunity. Gao Yiming was also shocked. Lin Xian said to him, "Vice Principal Gao, don't throw away these obsolete machines. Clear the data and donate them to the primary schools in the mountainous area." He knew the terrible consequences of not clearing the data. The computers in the computer room stored a lot of valuable things from graduates of previous generations, and he had experienced it before. Lin Xian's words made everyone present look at him sideways. I didn't expect that Principal Lin is so caring. If Lin Xian knew that they thought of him like this, he would definitely laugh. Although this saying is not absolute, it describes most situations. Many people, after having huge amounts of money, will try to gain a good reputation for themselves by donating money or doing other charitable work. After all, they have saved enough money, and it is worthwhile to exchange money for a good reputation. Gao Yiming wrote down what Lin Xian said in his small notebook. Lin Xian then visited other places, memorized the school's profile, then transferred 27.5 million yuan to the school account and prepared to go home. "Principal, let's take a photo together and put it on the school website for promotion." Lin Xian accepted the proposal. Everyone came to the door of the administrative building. Lin Xian was naturally the center of attention, and photography teacher Liu Qi stood in front of everyone with a camera. "Come on, all the leaders and teachers, look at me. I'll count to 3, 2, 1, and everyone shout eggplant together. 2. Everyone, eggplant, tilde tilde tilde." Liu Qi took a picture, looked at the album, and nodded, "Okay." Lin Xian was surrounded by people and walked out of the school and got into the car. Gao Yiming still opened the car door for Lin Xian and blocked it with his arm. "Principal, take care." Teacher Liu, Teacher Li, and Teacher Fan Wenjun, who carried Gao Yongxiong out, bowed deeply to Lin Xian at the same time. Lin Xian smiled, started the Lotus, and accelerated instantly. Watching the luxury car drive away, everyone breathed a sigh of relief. They thought Lin Xian would make some personnel adjustments, but they didn't expect that he didn't make any adjustments. They all felt a little relieved in their hearts. When Lin Xian returned home, Yang Zihon had already prepared a table full of dishes. Lin Xian felt that it was a wonderful feeling to be able to eat hot meals and dishes when he got home. While the two were having dinner, a group photo of the group was posted on the homepage of the official website of Shanghai City Vocational and Technical College, with explanatory text below. Our school's well-known alumnus Lin Xian returned to his alma mater to serve as the principal. Principal Lin delivered an important speech at the meeting. In this speech, Principal Lin's personal style and unique charm impressed the participants. All faculty and staff of our school believe that under the wise leadership of Principal Lin, the future of Shanghai City Vocational and Technical College will surely be bright and glorious. We firmly believe this. Not only that, on the famous alumni page, Lin Xian's photo was placed first, and the explanatory text was in gold, distinguishing it from the black text of others. It records in detail what Lin Xian did when he was in school. All the class activities he participated in were described as being under his leadership, and the achievements made by the class were also described as being achieved by listening to his opinions. The page also contains interviews with teachers who once taught Lin Xian. Every teacher said that they saw his potential when he was in college and that his future achievements were limitless. Even their first encounter outside was described in a very vivid way. Below the teacher interview is a video. The video is full of Lin Xian. The original video was just an ordinary class video, but after being edited by the school's video editing teacher, Lin Xian was described as an indispensable existence for the entire class, the entire department, and even the entire school. In one scene, Lin Xian is looking out the window. The video's explanation is that Lin Xian is looking forward to the future. In fact, Lin Xian was just in a daze at that time. The person in charge of explaining the video is a teacher who teaches recitation. His voice, combined with the touching music, makes people shed tears uncontrollably. At this time, Lin Xian, who was eating and browsing his phone, clicked on the school's official website. After watching the video, He said 2 words clearly and concisely. Chapter 27. Just you? The next day, Lin Xian drove to school after breakfast. Since school starts tomorrow, some students have returned to school today. Many students came back by car. Occasionally a few sports cars drive into the school, attracting a lot of attention. When Lin Xian's Lotus appeared at school, it caused a burst of exclamations. Wow! A Lotus worth over 20 million, a top-tier luxury car, a round-faced girl exclaimed. I've never seen this before. Whose car is this? This car is so cool. The students started a heated discussion. Some people took out their mobile phones to record videos and posted them on short video platforms. Lin Xian stopped the car and got out. When these students saw Lin Xian, expressions of surprise appeared on their faces again. This man exudes charm from head to toe, inside and out. The students had not visited the school's official website, so they did not know that the young man in front of them was the new principal of their school. Lin Xian's expression was very calm as he slowly walked away amid the envious and surprised gazes of everyone. He wanted to walk around the campus alone. He felt uncomfortable being surrounded by so many people yesterday. Lin Xian walked on the school path. The trees on both sides that blocked out the sun exuded a fresh air, and occasionally sunlight shone on him through the gaps. He raised his head and looked at the surrounding scenery. Suddenly, I seemed to step on something. Looking down, he found that his right foot had stepped on a black leather shoe, leaving a shoe print. When he looked up again, he saw a gloomy face. Lin Xian nodded slightly and was about to leave. At this moment, a person behind the man flashed and blocked Lin Xian's way forward. Wait, did Chairman An let you go? You want to leave with just a simple apology. The boy was short and fat, with a big, dark face. Under his thick lips was a mole the size of a baby's thumb. Lin Xian stopped and asked, Chairman An? That's right. A smug look appeared on the fat man's face. Classmate, you must be new here, otherwise you would not be unaware. This is An Shuai, the president of our school's student union. When saying these words, the fat man seemed as proud as if he were talking about himself. An Shuai on the side cleared his throat and put on a dignified look. Lin Xian looked at An Shuai, then at the fat man, and said, Oh. Lin Xian's actions surprised both of them. An Shuai was very shocked. He didn't expect that after he revealed his identity as the president of the student union, this ordinary student actually ignored him. I, the president of the student union, was ignored? Lin Xian walked up to the fat man and said coldly, Get out of the way. The fat man put his hands on his hips, looking disdainful. Just because you are so thin, can you push me? He is full of confidence. Lin Xian's physique has been strengthened now, although only 3 points have been strengthened, but it is easy for him to deal with people like Fatty who only have fat and no muscles. He stretched out his right hand and exerted force suddenly, and the fat man lost his balance and fell down. Before the fat man could react, his butt made close contact with the ground. Lin Xian commented with 2 words and strode away. Stop right there. An Shuai turned around and shouted coldly. Lin Xian stopped and turned around. What's going on? An Shuai looked at the dusty fat man who had gotten up and said to Lin Xian coldly, Classmate, I am the president of the student union of this school with 10,000 students. Is this how you treat me? Some students saw the dispute and came closer to watch. More than 10 people gathered around. At this time, a girl with an oval face exclaimed in surprise, Ah, it's Chairman An. After hearing her words, the others looked in the direction of the girl's finger and swallowed. Oh my God, he's the student union president. So handsome. Chairman An is still so stylish and a true role model for students. After knowing An Shuai's identity, these people began to flatter him. For ordinary students like them, the student union president is an unattainable big shot. After hearing everyone's flattery, Cochin showed a smug look on his face and became even more arrogant. Classmate, you stepped on my foot. This matter cannot be let go so easily. Lin Xian said calmly. Just saying sorry is enough? Ha ha, you underestimate me, An Shuai. So, what do you want to do? And Shuai heard this and showed a condescending expression on his face. Use your hands to clean off the shoe prints for me, otherwise you will be in trouble. At this time, the fat man beside him also joined in. That's right, classmate. While chairman and hasn't lost his temper yet, quickly express your attitude with your actions. Lin Xian said with a smile. And Shuai chuckled. If not, I guarantee that your days in school will be miserable. Believe me, it will do you no good to offend me, the student union president. At this time, the students who were watching knew what had happened and began to persuade Lin Xian. Student, please do as chairman says. If you offend the student union president, how can you live a good life in the future? Hurry up and clean chairman's shoes. If he gets angry later, you'll regret it to death. Classmate, I advise you to be aware of the current situation. Coach felt very happy to hear so many people supporting him. This is power. It's so wonderful. And Shuai looked at the boy in front of him, who was very handsome even from the perspective of his peers, with disdain on his face. I believe you will definitely give in. You are not stupid. Coach Ancelotti wants to consolidate his authority through this incident. What Lin Xian hated most was the student union president. Not only was he a lackey, he was also a disgusting lackey. He always asked students for donations under various pretexts, and then used the money to eat, drink and have fun. When he was in school, Lin Xian had seen this kind of thing more than once. Lin Xian looked at Shuai for 3 seconds, then smiled brightly. Okay, I'll listen to chairman. When Shuai heard what Lin Xian said, he chuckled and stretched out his right foot. The fat man next to him crossed his arms and looked at the scene with a playful smile. It feels great to bully others by taking advantage of one's power. The classmates who were watching around were relieved for Lin Xian, thinking that this classmate was quite sensible. Lin Xian walked up to Shuai and looked down at the latter's right foot. Lin Xian raised his right foot high, raised it to the highest point, and when it couldn't be raised any higher, he suddenly dropped it. His right foot stepped hard on Shuai's right foot. Shuai's right foot was struck by lightning. He screamed in pain and fell to the ground, covering his right foot with his hands. It hurts. Shuai shouted. The fat man had never expected this to happen. It all happened in a flash. He just stared at Lin Xian in a daze. Lin Xian slapped the fat man hard on the left cheek, and a red mark instantly appeared on the latter's face. The fat man was stunned for a moment, and his head was buzzing. The onlookers stared at the scene with their mouths wide open. Wow! There was an uproar at the scene. Fuck! Did I see that right? This ordinary student actually stepped on the student union president so hard. This, I really didn't expect this kind of development. This kid is finished. If it were me, I would drop out of school or transfer to another school right now. This would really offend chairman, and he'd be in big trouble. Let's stay away from this ordinary student, lest chairman vent his anger on us. Everyone retreated 2 meters at the same time this time. The pain in Shuai's right foot had eased a little. He looked up at Lin Xian, a vicious expression on his sweaty face. You're done. I swear. I will make sure you live a life worse than death in school. I will let you experience pain. Shuai's voice startled the fat man. He had never seen chairman look like this before. After hearing this, Lin Xian looked indifferent and said word by word, just you. Shuai snorted coldly and was about to speak when he saw a familiar face and a look of joy appeared on his face. When Shuai saw Vice Principal Jiao Yiming approaching, he immediately said, Vice Principal, this ordinary student is disrespecting me, the student union president. Punish him. Punish him immediately. Fire him. When the onlookers saw Jiao Yiming coming, they thought to themselves, this ordinary student is finished, completely finished. Everyone knows that Shuai was promoted by the vice principal himself. Now that Shuai's biggest backer has arrived, this male student will definitely be severely punished, because challenging Shuai's authority means challenging his authority as the vice principal. Jiao Yiming walked to Lin Xian and looked at him. A victorious smile appeared on Cochen's face. I asked you to go against me, and you actually dared to hit me, the president of the student union? He is so bold. However, The scene that Cochin imagined did not happen. Jiao Yiming bowed respectfully to Lin Xian, his voice extremely humble, "Principal." And Shuai's eyes widened instantly. "Principal,